Hello, this is Unlock 3, listening and speaking for B1 level. This video focuses on contrasting ideas. In this video, we are going to look at how to contrast ideas and what linkers to use to organize contrasting ideas. Imagine two ideas now. Idea 1 is I'm tired, and idea 2 is I don't want to go to bed. Normally, when somebody is tired, this person might want to go to bed, but this sentence is negative. So there is a contrasting idea. So idea 1 and idea 2 are contrasting ideas. They are not normal consequences. We can use the linker but to connect these two contrasting ideas. And the sentence we get is, I'm tired, but I don't want to go to bed. So these two sentences are now made into one sentence with this linker. So we can use but to connect ideas. There are other linkers which means but, and these linkers will be found on page 26. When you look at page 26, you will see this list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 linkers that are used contrasting ideas. Now let's look at how they are used in sentences. For example, let's take but again. I like animals, but I don't want to keep a pet. So I like animals is a positive idea. I don't want to keep a pet is a negative idea. So these two ideas are contrasting, and we can use but. There is no comma, no full stop, no capitals. So this is a complete one sentence. Sometimes you can see a comma here. The English world cannot decide whether to use a comma or not. So if you don't use it, it's okay. Another one is yet. If you look at yet, you can use yet after a full stop and with a comma. So let's take this same example. I like animals, so there is a full stop now. Yet, I don't want to keep a pet. So the same sentence with a different linker. They are the same. So but and yet mean the same thing. They do the same job. The only difference is they are used with different punctuation, capitalization, different grammar rules. So this is yet, which mean the same. Let's take a look at however. There are two different ways to use however. One with a full stop. The second one is with a semicolon. Both of them have a comma after the word. If you use it after a full stop, start with a capital. If you use it after a semicolon, start with a lowercase h. So let's check the examples. I like animals, however, I don't want to keep a pet. Or, I like animals, however, I don't want to keep a pet. So same thing. But, yet, and however work the same way. They are used to contrast ideas. What about even though? Even though begins the sentence. So usually it is used in the beginning, and after the sentence finishes, there is a comma. So let's see the example here. Even though I like animals, comma, I don't want to keep a pet. If you noticed, we didn't use on the contrary here. On the contrary is a little different from the others. So let's focus on the contrary a little bit. On the contrary can be used after a full stop again. So it is used in the beginning of the second idea, the contrasting idea. So let's see an example here. I don't like animals. On the contrary, I hate all of them. So how does on the contrary work here? There is a negative sentence here. I don't like animals. So it's a negative idea. And the second idea is actually stronger than the first idea. I don't like animals. I hate all of them. So on the contrary is usually used to make the second idea stronger. It is not actually contrasting the first idea. It makes the first idea stronger. Let's look at another example. Using animals for fun is not nice. Negative idea. Using animals for fun is not nice. On the contrary, it is one of the cruelest things people can do to them. So the first idea is negative and the second idea is negative, but it's more powerful than the first idea. So on page 26, there is an exercise about contrasting ideas. Please complete the extract. So I'll give you stop the video now and spend about 5 minutes to read the sentences and completing the sentences. After that, come back and we will check the answers. So here are the answers in 3, 2, 1. The first one we can use however, because these two ideas contrast. Animals like elephants and horses were used to build amazing structures like the pyramids. However, their hard work and suffering are hardly ever acknowledged. So there is a comma, there is a full stop, and there is a comma after the blank. We can use however. If you remember, we can use however like that. Also, you can use yet instead of however, because you can use yet also after a full stop. Let's look at the second one. Again, we can use however because the first idea contrasts with the second idea. There is a full stop, there is a comma. So that's however. If you look at number 3, the linker is in the beginning. Do you remember which linkers are in the beginning? This one, yeah, even though. And not on the contrary is in the middle. So even though is the only possible answer. So let's check it, yeah. Even though animals work hard for us, they are often abandoned when they get sick or too old to work. And the last one, in modern cities, we don't see animals suffering. That's a negative sentence. We don't see animals suffering. In modern cities, we don't see animals suffering. Developed countries spend a lot of money. So that's on the contrary. So this is how these linkers work to contrast ideas. Now, on the same page, again, page 26, there is one more exercise. In this case, you will have to choose the correct linker. Stop the video now, do this exercise in 2-3 minutes, and come back to check the answers. Okay, here the answers in 3, 2, 1. If you got these, okay. These sentences, if you read these sentences, it's a good idea, for example, read these ideas and spend some time thinking whether you agree with these ideas or disagree with these ideas. If you spend some time thinking or writing about the idea, this will eventually help you with your speaking. Remember, you can find more exercises on Cambridge website, Cambridge LMS. So, in this video, we focused on contrasting ideas using the linkers of but, however, yet, even though, and on the contrary.